Hi there, I'm Becca de Milan. This is the Get Life Energy YouTube channel. Thanks for chiming in. I just had a quick little idea today for an ADD hack. When I started this channel, one of my plans was to do a series of videos about ADD hacks regarding people that have ADD or ADHD, or who feel like maybe they do, whether they've been diagnosed with it or not. And this little quick tip for you is about how to never lose your keys again. Now, if you have ever talked to someone who's ADD or you are yourself, you might be aware that there's a bit of a reputation for them, people like us, being scatterbrained, forgetful, constantly losing things. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am the queen of procrastination, and that is the bane of my existence. Definitely a symptomology of ADHD. But over the years, I have figured out a few little tips and tricks, and one of them is not losing my keys anymore. Because let's just face it, when you don't have your keys and you can't find them, you can't get in your car and you can't go to work. So if you already run late already, not like I know anybody who does that, or, you know, do everything at the last minute, or tend to get flustered or forget things, the last thing you want to have a problem with is where the freaking hell your keys are. So here's the tip. Okay, are you ready for this? My bad, I forgot to grab the thing before I started the video. Do you know what this thing is? This is a carabiner. Moms and dads of the world, if you have a kid with ADD or who's a burner or who likes to go camping, these things are freaking amazing. I was gonna show you a whole bunch of different kinds of them, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is this one right here. So here's my keys. And let me just say that this thing has changed my life. Okay, so they come in large, they come in small, they come in a fancy like S hook shape where there's a hook on the top and a hook on the bottom. Those are pretty spiffy, but they're definitely more expensive. You can get them at like a hardware store, like Home Depot, Lowe's type of thing. They're definitely going to carry them. You can get them, you can get like the legitimate climbing ones, but you don't need a climbing one for your keys. But just keep in mind that you get what you pay for. If you buy the super cheap pack of 10, it's going to be cheap and they're going to eventually break and the spring quits working and then your carabiner doesn't work anymore. So get a decent one, but you don't need something that's good enough for climbing. The reason why you want this thing is you're going to hook it onto yourself. Okay, you're going to clip this bad boy. Do you carry a purse? Clip it onto your purse. I actually like the slightly larger size, even though it's like a bigger thing that dangles, because you can clip it right onto a strap. But another thing I like is I actually, I like to have a purse that has a little bit of hardware on it, because I can just hook it right there. Another thing is if you wear like cool like holsters, you might have seen me wearing holsters before. I love my holsters. When I'm just running errands, I typically wear them because then I just have ID, wallet, business cards, and phone, and my keys. The other thing, okay, there's a two-part hack here. The other thing that you need to know is that put your keys, okay, not only do you attach them to yourself or to your purse when you're out and about getting out of your car, like hook them onto your bag or clip them onto your belt loop the second you turn the car off. You know what I'm saying? This will help you not lock your keys in your car as well. But okay, so aside from keeping them with you when you're out and about, what about when you're at home? Do you set them on the counter? Do you set them in the kitchen? Do you set them on the table? Do you set them on your dresser? Do you put them in a bowl? There's probably a whole bunch of different places that you put your keys. But if you're an ADDer like myself, you need to put them in the same place every single time, okay? Put them in the same place. When I come here to work, I don't have a hook on the door, so I put them on my purse. When I go to a client's house to do a massage, I hook them onto my massage bag. And when I'm at home, I hook them onto a designated hook that is right next to the door, okay, to the door of that I'm coming in and out of. Now, here's the thing. I realized that you might be living in a roommate situation or in a home where there's a different door scenario, like maybe you come in through the garage when you, whatever. The idea is you put them in the same place every time. This will save you so much headache. To me, it seems like a no-brainer, something that everyone's already figured out. But you know what I mean? What if you haven't thought of this already and now this is going to change your freaking life? That's what I'm here for, is to give you little tips and tricks to help you make your life better, easier, smoother, breezier. I'm trying to rhyme or do something cute. But anyway, I've lived with people where they had no hook by the door, and I was like, can I put this hook by the door? I actually had one that was like a little set of like kitty cats with like little tails, and I said, can I put this by the door, to my old friend? And she loved it, and we used it so much that I left it there when I moved out, and I had to buy a new hook for my next place. Even though I was like, oh, I like my kitty tail hook, I thought, she uses it. She uses it all the time. She puts her keys there every day. I'm not going to take that thing away from her. That thing's amazing, right? When I come visit, I'm going to put my keys right there again. So you can get whatever kind of hook you want. You can get the cheapo little plastic hook that you stick on the wall. You can get a decorative hook. You can get a hook that looks like a kitty cat with a tail. You could get a hook that looks like this and you hang it on the finger. You could do anything you want. I'm sure there's 8 million kinds of cool hooks out there. Just Amazon search for hooks, wall hooks. But like for example, I lived in a motorhome for a while, and the motorhome didn't have any sort of hook by the door. And I realized this was a problem. Where am I putting my keys? Now, I'd either hang them on the holsters and then have to like grab them off of that, or they'd be attached to my bag. And sometimes I'd be like, where the freaking hell are these keys? And once that happened like 2 or 3 times, I was like, I need there to be a hook by the door. We installed a little hooky thing up above the door in a place that it was possible to install such a thing in an RV, and boom, shook, shunk, shunk. The thing is, when you put them in the same place every single time you come home, when you always put them back in the same spot, you always know where they're going to be. And now you free up your mental headspace from worrying about where they are and wondering if you're going to be able to find them again, and you know where they're going to be. So I almost never misplace my keys. And when I do, it's extremely weird because I always put them back in the same place. So if they're not hanging up there and they're not hooked on my purse, I end up freaking out. And I'm like, did I lose them? Are they locked in my car? And I think I might have locked them in my car like once in the past year. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to lock my keys in my car 3 times a month. I used to have like a membership to Unlock Your Car company. This is pre-AAA days. But you get the idea, guys. If you want to save yourself some time and save yourself some concern and wondering where things are, have a bowl by the door that you throw your keys in, have a hook by the door that you hook them on. That's my favorite tip for ADDers to save you time and stress on making sure you can find your stuff. Thanks for watching. As always, if you like this video, please share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. All those things help me out so that I can be found by more people. And just know that I appreciate your time and taking a minute to watch this. It really means a lot to me. So thanks for coming by. Have a good day.